Who is your favorite superhero? Something got me thinking about this today. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I love superheroes. I love superhero movies, and I actually really like comic books. And a friend of mine bought me this comic book a while back because he said that I remind him of the She-Hulk. So spoiler alert, she is now one of my favorite superheroes. I like the Incredible Hulk. I actually always really liked him when I was little. And I also really like King Kong. I don't know if we would classify him as a superhero, but I'll get to the point here. I invite you and I challenge you to get curious, if you don't already know, about who your favorite superhero is, but also, even more importantly, why. And I'll have to think deeper on it. This is probably true of most superheroes, but I think what I love about superheroes, and especially the She-Hulk and King Kong, is that one, they're very, very strong. They're very deep. They're very passionate. They mean well, but they are so misunderstood, and this causes them a lot of pain and a lot of grief. And because they don't feel understood by the outside world, even though they mean well and all they want to do is good for the world and help the world and help others, they're not accepted, and they are so longing for that acceptance. And I used to feel like this, so I still love these superheroes. I still sort of identify with them, but the only person, or the real person, I should say, that we need acceptance from is ourselves. And once you do that, once you stop looking for acceptance and to be understood, I mean, sure, it's nice to be understood, it's nice to feel accepted, but when we try to put ourselves inside a box so that we feel accepted, we are creating the opposite effect. We are dishonoring ourselves, we're pretending to be someone we're not, happy, feeling good in a situation and around people where we actually don't. And that is such a lonely feeling. And it took me a long time to get this, but eventually I figured it out. And what I mean is, I used to, knowing that I didn't feel good inside, I would still go out and surround myself with other people, friends, and in doing that, you actually put a lot of pressure on yourself, because you have to then pretend like you're feeling good and like you're having a good time. You're not going to go out and be like, I'm not happy. You're not going to do that. Instead, you're going to pretend, like you feel good and like you're happy, unless you're around your really, really good friends. But anyhow, and I do have some of those that I can be like that around. But there came a time when I finally said, you know what? I am just going to take the pressure off, and I'm not going to go out when I'm not feeling like good on the inside. And in doing that, I felt so much better. And so I started that practice many years ago, well over 10 years ago. And it's a way to just honor myself. And, now I feel good most of the time, like 99% of the time. It's great. It took a lot of work, but through that process, I have gained such an appreciation for myself, and it's so easy now to identify instantly when I'm with a group of people that are not my people, and I just say to myself, okay, cool, not my people. It's not impacting how I feel about myself. I don't need them to understand me. And I think part of what got me there was to that point of confidence within myself and feeling comfortable with myself, was having to let go of the give up on the desire to feel understood by some people in my life that I felt were supposed to be important people. And it really used to hurt that they didn't understand me. And so I would always leave their company feeling so bad. And I would have to work really hard to then elevate my energy and my sense of self and my confidence and how I felt, my state of mind, after leaving their company. And so then I finally just decided to stop putting myself in their company. And then I started to feel better. So it doesn't matter who the person is to you. And also, if you're in a job where you're feeling like you're not understood, or if you're in a social group or any kind of group where you're feeling not understood, feel the feeling. This is important information, and it'll help you recognize, oh, I'm feeling like this because these are not my people. Okay, good. And then it helps you trim the fat, for lack of a better way to put it, because think about it. We only have so much time and energy to give. And so if you have bigger goals that you're working toward, I know I do, you must prioritize your goals. And this means saying no to certain people that are going to want your time, certain projects that people are asking for your help with. You have to prioritize. So I do a podcast and I have people that I've invited to interview, and sometimes they have to cancel, sometimes they have to keep pushing it off, and sometimes they don't want to do it, or maybe they do want to do it, or maybe they do and they can't, or maybe they don't really want to do it. I'm totally okay with that because I appreciate that they are prioritizing their time. It may not be a priority right now, and that's okay. I get that because I value, honor, cherish, and prioritize my time. And it's easier to do that when I have less people to say no to. And so the deeper you come to understand yourself, it's going to be so much, you're going to be able to honor yourself. And it doesn't matter then, you're not going to be impacted by whether or not so-and-so understands you. Because there was a time when I tried to force it, when I tried to explain, and I thought I was helping the other person and I thought I was helping myself, but all I was doing was exhausting myself and giving away my precious energy. And my energy, just like I know yours is so precious. Honor yourself, value yourself, and get curious about yourself. Spend time with yourself. Learn to love spending time with yourself. And I haven't yet finished the comic book, but where I am in the book so far, I don't think that the She-Hulk has yet to fully embrace and honor herself, because I think she still feels misunderstood. And I know when I'm being misunderstood, but I don't care because I understand myself. And that is such a beautiful thing. And I wanted to hop on and share that because I want the same for you. I hope you got some value from the video. Like and subscribe. And if you could use a little help, you're welcome to check out my books and my courses available on my website and also linked below. And I will see you in the next one.